Like some guys don't believe in flat bench, or they don't believe in doing squats. Like this is stuff I'm talking about. Like how are you a science-based lifter when you're going to talk about squats don't work for growing your legs? Like, bro, what? Well, so today we're going to be talking about why science-based lifting is BS for the most part. I think most science-based lifters are guys who are like dorks who don't honestly have great physiques, who are trying to, feel special. There is a place for science-based lifting, but it's not for the average guy or probably anyone watching this video. What I mean by that is, let's say you're like C-Bum, or you're, an actual bodybuilder, or you're a high-level athlete, then yeah, you might want to incorporate some science-based lifting, or whatever they call it, because you already have a foundation and a base. And like, let's say, like, I don't know, Chris Bumstead's lacking in his like delts or something, I don't know, whatever he's trying to upgrade, then you might want to use like a specific like science-based lifting technique to better that. But the average gym bro, like just average guy, science-based lifting is not going to help you. I honestly think it's going to hold you back. I mean, you can get jacked by doing almost anything, and when I say that, I pretty much mean almost anything. I know guys who gotten jacked went from beam pole to jack just doing pull-ups. Like that's it. There was even a time for me when I was doing mainly bodyweight stuff like pull-ups, dips, push-ups, wrestling, and yeah, I mean I was like crazy shredded. I might show a picture of myself what I looked like. I mean I've always been pretty jacked. I mean in high school I was skinnier though, but yeah, I don't get this science-based lifting community. And Jeff Nippert, who was like, I guess, the king of that that industry, I think he lost all credibility with that recent Natty or Not video, saying Hussein, and then that Julian kid who's 19 with almost as much muscle mass as Larry Wheels. Like, bro, not even just his muscle mass. It was like the definition and like shape he was in too. It's like, bro, no 19-year-old is looking like that with like over 22-inch biceps. You're insane. I do agree that he has insane genetics because the gear he's on and his genetics, his body reacted so well to it at 19, which makes him look like that. I'll probably show a picture of it, of this Julian kid, and you guys will be like, yo, there's no way that guy's natty. And this guy's like, he's either 5'11" or 6 foot, so he's not like really short. That's another thing. You can always tell these natty guys, like, if you're not under like 5'8" and really jacked, and these guys just look insane, then there's a good chance you might be not natty. Like that Julian kid, I'm pretty sure he's like 6 foot or 5'11". So there's no way that he's natty, bro. Like at 19 too, insane. So I just think he lost a lot of credibility doing that. Honestly, I thought it was a joke when I was watching the video. It's like, bro,
to look like you're on steroids without ever actually taking steroids. I think it is, but a lot of people find that hard to believe.
Vast majority of people are saying
you're trying to tell guys this is natty. This guy's natty. But a lot of them are just doing it so they can sell their program or course to you of science-based lifting. Like, come do this, you're going to get jacked like these guys if you do my science-based lifting course, which is all BS. The quickest way to get jacked, just to be honest, is just go really hard at whatever you're doing. And for most of my lifting career, I'm going to call it a career, but for most of my like life, I didn't really have like a schedule or a plan to my lifting. I would just go in the gym and just lift really hard. Like that was it. There wasn't like some specific science I was doing. Honestly, I was more like, I'm not going to say a bro split, but I have really good intuition of what I think my body needs to hit and work on. Like if you haven't hit legs in a week, it's like you probably should be hitting legs next week, or hit chest, back. I mean, if you get a good rule of thumb is if you get every body part at least twice in that week, then I think you're doing pretty good. And then other parts maybe 3 times if you're really trying to focus on it. But yeah, I mean, like take a football program, for example. A lot of guys can get jacked off a basic high school football lifting schedule because they're just lifting hard. Doing all this science-based lifting is, I think, is holding a lot of guys back. Even in my school gym for my university, a lot of guys, I see some of the stuff they're doing. I'm just like, bro, what are you doing? Really just get under a barbell and then go pick up some dumbbells afterwards. That's really how you get jacked. Get under a barbell, put some heavy weight on there, as heavy as you can. Do that for reps, 4 sets of 6 to 8 or 4 sets of 10 to 12 or 12 to 15. And then afterwards, do your auxiliary lifts, which are machine lifts or dumbbells. And then, yeah, go hard at that. And go get a pump until you lose your pump, and then do some cardio or something. I mean, a lot of guys are like doing all types of like weird stuff, man, like lat pull down bar. Uh, I'm just like, I don't know what's going on. And then a lot of guys do too much cardio too. I don't know if that's part of the science-based lifting philosophy, or do cardio before your workout. Like, I don't know. I honestly think that's a bad idea. Unless you're doing body weight stuff, then I don't think it matters, because you could go run 3 miles and then do 100 push-ups and 100 squats afterwards. I think you'll be feeling pretty good. But yeah, I don't think the science-based lifting community is like helpful, especially for new lifters. Like, I think they're dorks or dweebs who want to sound like smarter than they are, when in reality, if you go under the wing of like some like jock or some guy like me, like, I don't really care. I'm not gonna say I don't care, but I don't really put too much like stock in like all the specific ways to do stuff. Like, whatever works for you, you should be doing. Like, some guys don't believe in flat bench, or they don't believe in doing squats. Like, this is stuff I'm talking about. Like, how are you a science-based lifter when you're going to talk about squats don't work for growing your legs? Like, bro, what? What's the guy's name? He's a white dude, short with the blonde hair. Tom Platz. I mean, that guy was like a legend at with his quads or whatever, his legs, or the legendary. He's the quad father. And there's guys talking about squats don't grow your legs, and this guy would literally do squats till he threw up and was bleeding out of his nose, and his quads looked insane. So how are you gonna say squats don't grow your legs, and then they're gonna sit under a machine and, you know, the thing the girls do, and they lay on their back and push? It's like, bro, come on. Honestly, I never really liked the machine. I mean, the machines can get a good pump in your legs, but if you really want strength and growth, you're going to want to get under the barbell. And this is something a lot of the science-based lifters don't talk about, is strength leads to growth, because the stronger you are and the more weight you can put up, the bigger your muscle's going to grow. I don't understand how people don't understand that. That's like a concept they can't wrap their head around. Like, guys saying that flat bench is not good. It's like, bro, I mean, how are you going to get your bench up and your overall upper body strength up if you're not doing flat bench or overhead press, which will translate to your dumbbell movements, and then your incline bench, which is going to grow your upper chest and make your chest look more full. It's like, it's that simple. Yeah, I mean, I think is holding guys back, especially you new lifters. Like, you underestimate how many newbie gains you can get just from going hard in the gym. Like, take some pre-workout or whatever. I'm honestly not a big pre-workout guy anymore, unless I'm doing like a max out. But yeah, take some pre-workout and just get in there and start grinding with the boys. Like, that's really all you need to do. That's what I did. Like, it was like we were just in there ego lifting, kind of. I'm not saying hurt yourself, but yeah, some ego lifting, some like, all right, let's see if I can actually put this weight up. That's going to help you out a lot more than your supinated curls, or how you're doing your lat pull down. Bro, forget where you're putting your hands on the lat pull down bar. Just grab the bar and then do it until you can't no more at a weight that's kind of heavy for you. They don't believe in training till failure. Yeah, once the more developed, you have your muscle mass up and density up, training till failure isn't going to help sebum as much as it's going to help you. Like, that's true. But should you train to failure if you're, just getting into lifting? You've only been lifting for a couple years. Yeah, like, I used to train to failure all the time because it felt good. And when you just start lifting, you can train the failure. Me, it's harder for me to train the failure because I can lift so much heavier weight than when I could when I was younger. So like if I put 315 on the bench and then I go till failure, it's like, okay, yeah, I went till failure, but would I get more gains out of doing like 4 sets of 4, 4 sets of like, or 5 sets of like 3 or some shit like that? Yeah, because your body's, working with that weight more. Whereas when you're younger and you have less muscle mass, you you put up 135 on the bar. Yeah, you should be going to failure with that as many times as you can because your body's getting in shape. You're conditioning yourself to that weight, and you can do that to failure with more rep. You can go to failure with that for more sets. When you're a lot stronger, it's going to be harder to activate your muscle with a heavier weight till failure, if that makes sense. If you're natural, anyway. And yeah, I could put up 225 or 200 on the bench and then go to a failure. But it's like I'm just really just gonna be doing cardio. Like if you're doing 20 reps of 225 or 215, it's like okay, you're really just doing cardio at that point, kind of. But not that it's good to me and my homeboys used to challenge each other. Like, all right, who can do the most reps of 225? Like fun stuff like that. I think that's how you should be lifting anyway, especially when you first get started, because it just makes it fun. Like nobody wants to do all this science-based, like strict BS. Like if you want to hit chest 2 days in a row, then just do that. It's like, what's the big deal? I don't know. Just take what take what you can, but don't listen to all this BS. Like I've seen so much crap from the science-based lifting community that I'm just like, bro, really? That flat bench, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't squat. You shouldn't do overhead press. It's like, bro, like, what are you guys talking about? Should you just stop working out? Like, come on. You shouldn't do cardio to get shredded. I'm like, that makes zero sense. If you want to get, burn some extra calories, get shredded. Do 30 minutes of cardio after your workout. Like that 300 calories you burn on the treadmill or the bike, you do that over a week. That's a day or two of not eating, calorie-wise. I don't, just count your calories, bro. It's like, okay, yeah, I'd rather, like, do some cardio and then be able to eat a little bit more than, like, starve myself all the time. Yeah, I mean, these science-based lifter dudes are full of BS. I mean, I'm fully convinced of that after seeing that Jeff Nipper video when he's like, oh, we're blood testing, guys. Bro, blood tests don't mean shit. Unless you're going to actually steroid test these fools, then don't talk about, like, oh, you're proving if somebody's natty or not. Like come on, dog. And he really tried to say that fool was natty. Like, dog, he looks like Raphael from the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. Fool's huge. I'm like, he stood next to Larry Wheels, who's like 30 or almost 30, been lifting since he was 15, been taking steroids since he was 14. And the kid looks almost the same size as him. Like, bro, you're just gaslighting these teenagers, telling them, yeah, just do my science-based lifting course, bro. You're going to look like Larry Wheels at 19. All right, dog. The proof is right there. Like, if you know anything about lifting or you just have, like, common sense, you can see these guys are full of it. But, yeah, don't drink the Kool-Aid, pretty much.